Ready? Okay, well thanks again, we're on a roll. We'll keep going with this video now that you're all here. Now we're going to be role playing children of 5 to 7 years, so young kinder to young primary school age children, and the aim for them is to increase their cardiovascular fitness, but of course the main focus with children of that age is to provide a fun session through games so that we're engaging them and wanting to keep them interested in exercises. For the purposes of this video, I don't expect you to participate at the exuberant level of young children at a high intensity, but as we'll just run through it at a low intensity. If you get a little bit competitive, you might ramp it up a little bit. We'll see how we go. I'll just explain the warm-up. A game called Elephants, Giraffes and Palm Trees, and the idea is I'll have some music on the little boombox and we'll run around the area with music on, and when the music stops I'll call out an animal and the children get into that position. Some of them require children to work into small groups to make the shape of that animal. We've only got 4 of us, so we won't worry about that for the purposes of our video. Alright, so assuming now that we've done the warm-up, the session is comprised of 3 games, which we'll run 1 game at a time, and each game will play for a couple of times. We'll bring in some harder variations, and each game will go for about 6 to 8 minutes, and then we'll have 3 to 5 minutes rest so that you can have a drink, or the children would have a drink, and I can set up the next game. So our first game will play in this area here. For young children, I'd have cones out to designate the area, but you guys can see the running space that we've got here, so that's great. First game is called Traffic Lights, and it's just basically running around our area, being mindful of each other, of your own personal space and not bumping into other people. And I'll call out the colours of the traffic light. Green is for running, yellow for walking, and red is for stop. So when we start the game, if I yell out green, you'll all start running. So if you'd like to all come over now, and we'll come out onto the area and we'll start the game. Okay, so now girls, we're going to play the traffic light game. So if you start running when I call out green, and yellow is walking, red is stop. So on your marks, green. So just running in a circuit, and yellow, walking, and red. Green, red, yellow, green, and red. Well done, girl. Okay, so you're all sufficiently warmed up after that first game. While you're having a drink, I'll explain the next game, and then I'll quickly set it up for you. I've got everything down over here. So the next game is called Rob the Nest. We'll have 4 hoops, 1 at each corner of our area, and 1 hoop in the middle. The hoops are called your nest, and the nest in the middle, we will have a pile of tennis balls. You could use anything for this game, bean bags, pine cones that the children have collected, rocks, anything that is available. We've got a heap of tennis balls at the moment though. That'll be a little bit trickier because the balls might bounce out of your nest, but that's a little bit of a challenge for you. So the idea is the game will run for about 2 to 3 minutes, and on go, you'll each stand in your own nest, and then you'll run into the middle nest to take 1 tennis ball at a time out, bring it back to your own nest. You keep running in and out, and once the middle nest is empty of all the tennis balls, then it's time for you to go and steal tennis balls from everyone else. If someone is standing inside their hoop, you cannot steal their tennis ball. So you'll be running back and forward to all of the other 3 nests to try and fill your nest with as many tennis balls as possible. And at the very end of the game, the winner, of course, is the person who has the most tennis balls in their nest. So if you finish, keep having your drinks, I'll just quickly set that up. Ready, girls? Off you go. And go. Oh no, please be careful. See, even adolescents have fun with a game like this. Keep going, girls. Be careful of each other.
We're all
Come on, girls. Is one going faster than the other? Who's got the fastest feet? Keep going.
I'm legitimately getting dizzy. I'm actually getting dizzy.
Okay, we're getting towards the end of the nest. The nest is empty now, so now you've got to try and take. There's one more minute left, girls. So now start robbing from each other. Ready, set, go.
Hang up on Natalia.
Ah! And 20 seconds to go. Keep going. Quick, go. 20 seconds.
Get
You're
away
using
from me.
tactics.
Get away. Are you?
And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now count how many tennis balls you have and we'll see who the winner is. So the very last game is called Stuck in the Mud, a little bit like what we would have called as children Scarecrow Tiggy, and everyone will be running around in this area. We'll have one person as the tagger, so who would like to volunteer? I'll choose someone if you like. And then everyone else runs around inside the area. Once you are tagged by the tagger, you then have to stand like a scarecrow, but I understand that you're all adults and we have had a little bit of wet weather, so for purposes of this game or this exercise, I won't be asking you to crawl through legs, which is what we will get young children to do. But if you just come to the person who's been tagged, run a little circle around them and that will free them, and then you can both start running again. Okay, and if we were to make this game harder for children, if we've got a group of children, we would have maybe more than one tagger. They'd be crawling through legs, and we can change the movements to jumping or hopping or anything else that is a little bit of fun for children. So if you'd like to all come out now and we'll just have a quick run through of that game. All right, so a bit of stuck in the mud. So Holly has been the person who's the tagger. Off you go. So Holly. All right, Emma's got to try and free Natalia. And game over with only 3 people. It doesn't last for very long. Well done, girls. So I hope you all enjoyed that. I hope it was a lot of fun. You all got a little bit competitive, especially in the robbing the nest game. So for our cool down for children, we'll do a few yoga animal poses. Being a kinder teacher, I've got a few up my sleeve as well. So if we can be elephants for the minute, you'll make a big trunk with your hands, stretch up really high with your trunk, and then you'll bend down low, have a little bit of a drink of water, and bend back up again, bend back down again, drink through your trunk with a little bit of water, and back up again. We would hold these poses for perhaps a little bit longer than during our demonstration. We might be big, tall giraffes now, so stretching even wider apart, one arm up, bend one knee and your foot lean forward, or lean to the side, and we're going to munch the tree with, munch the leaves from the tree with one hand, straight back up into a straight position, put the other hand up high and reach forward to reach to the side and munch with the other hand. And then we'll do a little bit of balancing, be some flamingos, one foot up and some wings. Here we go, see what sort of balance we can get the children to do. Okay, and balancing again, great. And we'll move back down into child's pose, sit down into child's pose, stretch right down, and also some cat-cow stretches. And we'll run through those for about 5 to 7 minutes to stretch out your muscles and just let that lactic acid go after the workout. So thank you very much.